So we've seen some alarming stats since the start of the year regarding crime. Some persons are even calling to revisit capital punishment laws. Is that really the way? We've got anthropologist at the UWI Mona, Dr. Herbert Gale, telling us why he thinks it's not. We were to have government senator in favor of capital punishment, Matthew Samuda, here, but he unfortunately could not join us this morning. Had a change of plans. So, Dr. Gale, good morning to you.
Good morning.
So you don't think this is what we should be doing? Let's just kill the killers?
Part of my job is not to think, it's to know.
Okay.
That's where the research comes in.
Right.
Okay. Qualify that.
So my opinion is really not the issue. The issue is what the data say. All right, so let's step back a little bit. Every single human being, in order to be a human being, you must be biological and social. If you're not, then you're actually not a human being. This is very simple. So everything we do and everything that happens to us on Earth is a result of biological factors and social and psychological and other type of factors. Now, so let's begin with a human being. A human being can become a killer for three primary reasons. A, there is something biological going on. So that person could have two sets of biological problems. The first one is that person could have an imbalance behind the eyes in the brain between the orbital cortex and the amygdala. Now, the amygdala is your pleasure center, is a reward center for all your hard work. You know, your little cheesecake and all of these things, all right? That says you want something. And your orbital cortex is that filter that says if you have the cheesecake, these are the results, and so forth and so forth. So there's a balance. But some human beings are born without a balance. And if you have a slight balance towards wanting, you achieve more. If you have a slight imbalance towards filtering, you achieve less. So it's good and it's also bad. You can also get damaged by hunger, starvation, and all of these things that force you to drop your filters and conscience and just go get some food to nyam because you're starved.
Okay.
Right. So that's all of that. But note that even as we're discussing this, we're also filtering social issues because somebody can starve you, somebody can mistreat you, and all of these things. Now, the other thing is that you can be born, if you're born in a particular environment, you are more likely to have, there are 12 genes that account for aggression. You're more likely to have the one we call the 12th one, which is called the warrior gene, or MAOA, monoamine oxidant type A, the warrior gene, if you're born in an era where you need it the most to survive, because the human species is preoccupied with survival. Now, picture a child who lives in the most hostile environment, who is starved, all of these things, and who happens to have the warrior gene, and who happens also to have an imbalance for the purpose of survival. Good. We have that case. Now beat it. Take it every day and beat it. Take it every day, tell it about capital punishment, don't tell it about nurture or being a good boy or anything reinforcing or absolutely nothing good. Just torture it every day. What's your result? And I think this is what we're not getting. We're not bringing science to the discussion. We're not trying to understand what causes human beings to excel.
So I'm going to play devil's advocate, Dr. Gale.
Yes.
I'm hearing you.
Right.
And I'm hearing the approach. In the absence of the resources to do so,
Right.
to provide the kinds of environment and the kinds of support, we're producing more and more and more and more and more.
Yes.
So we're going to get overrun now.
Yes.
So what do we do?
Which is why our homicide rate keeps going in this direction.
No.
Always this direction, because everybody comes with a big fist towards it.
So what do we do though?
And guess what?
Sometimes when them say hardened criminal, you know, when you see them, I'm listening to what you're saying about biologically, what happens. Hardened, and we're hearing now about all kinds of enhancing things to make them even.
Oh yeah, because
So
you can trigger it. I mean, there are gangs I've worked with that literally trigger the biological side of people before they go kill.
So how we counter it? In the poor little broke Jamaica when I have no money.
No, we have a lot of money. We just do a lot of nonsense with the money.
Okay.
We're not so poor, right? So here's what's happening.
Sounds like we need to start going into the tiny starting at the community level and addressing what's going on there.
But here's a dilemma for government. Doing the right things don't get them ready for the next election. That is the crisis we're having. We're having a political crisis.
So you're saying that again, this is a lack of political will, and the
public will,
can be fixed?
Public will, because remember, a lot of people are not educated enough to understand the problem. So a lot of people will tell you that, look how me turn out good. You know, look at these scars me get. They all chop me in machete. A man told me that, you know. Show me a chop him on him foot, and that's what turned him around. And I asked him one question, and he started to cry. Do you know what you would have become without the chop? And the tears start to flow, because everybody have a story, you know.
But
everybody takes the crisis they have and turn it into something positive in their head in order to survive.
I hear you talk about that. I read studies you've done that talk about the way women deter their sons from entering criminal gangs.
Oh, yeah.
So they put them to stand up in a ants nest,
Oh,
or they
yeah.
burn them with iron,
Oh,
or
yeah.
they give them poison to make them debilitated, so that the
Poison
gangs
to slow
won't
them
want.
down. Combined stuff I won't even tell parents. That they just slow. They get up in the morning, almost in slow motion. Morning, mom, how you doing?
Burn them with the iron.
Yeah, man, all kinds of stuff. And then people...
So that they're unrecruitable.
And
But then you
people-
end up doing the exact opposite.
Yes, but I'm saying people jump up and say you are attacking mothers. But that's not the point. I mean, if that's the point you get, you are pretty blind. The point I'm making is that a lot of mothers are desperate to save their sons from this dilemma, whilst unknowingly are creating the same monster they're running away from.
Because they don't have the tools.
Because they don't have the tools, they don't have the resources. The family is like a heart. If you don't eat food, your heart don't have blood to pump to the same body that needs the food.
Right.
I don't know how many ways to explain to people
Say it again.
that you have
Say it
to,
again.
I'm saying the heart, the family operates like the heart. If you're in good environments and you have good food and so forth, your heart will be healthy. And if you exercise, your heart will be healthy, and your heart will keep you healthy because your heart will be pumping. But it's input, output.
As basic as that.
It's not going to be miracles.
Not rocket science.
But let's talk about family, Dr. Hill, because one of the challenges I have is sometimes the data supports certain things, but then we have to find a way to contextualize that data to us here in Jamaica. So sometimes I hear people say parenting is the problem, family is the problem. So all right, we have single parents though. So how do we make the necessary adjustments to make parenting? Do we encourage community parenting? What do we do to address? Because when you look on a single parent that work from 7 o'clock in the morning till 10 o'clock at night and say to her, your children are bad because it's bad parenting.
They haven't been there.
It's not helping the situation.
And she's trying to make them.
So we know the problem, but what are the solutions?
Here is the sweetest thing about life in Jamaica.
Yeah.
The highest achieving boys in Jamaica come from sole parent household, a mother alone. Yet, on the other hand, the most vicious young men come from the same home.
Paradoxes.
Why? What's the difference?
Tell me.
On the left, we have the mothers who produce the highest performing boys, including Ben Carson and all of these men. Yeah? They have a support system. The child goes to church with mom. At church, they have 2 or 3 role models. There's an uncle down the road who looks out for the boy. Zady with the boy, right? And so the support system. At the bottom, no support system. Every single repeat killer I have studied, we're now at 221. That's higher than most other violence experts in the entire world.
221.
221 repeat killers in 9 different countries that I have studied. And it's the exact same thing. No support system. The mother is on her own. Not even neighbors help. Not nobody at all. And a mother on her own with a boy who's frustrated. The mother is frustrated. They're both hungry. What do you think going to happen?
And these are boys and girls who are killing up to 15, 20. Some of them have killed up to 20.
The highest I've found is 33. We have a kid who killed 33 persons, and it's a Jamaican.
When you say kid, what age group are we talking about? Because you said they started
younger. He's now
younger.
21.
Yeah, but he would have started...
From 9 years old. First kill at 9. And these people account for 53% of our murders. Yeah. And I'm saying, even a church can help. Even a church down the road can see somebody who sit at the bench and somebody who turn up at back to school time and don't really care about God but care about the food the church give. That's your person that you need to save. People pitch big tent and have crusade and want to fill up the church, but they haven't saved the little woman down at the road who always hungry and who always come with a butter foot. That is where the church ought to focus.
Back to the point that Delia asked about the single parent home and the point you made about the mothers. So this story, Sunday, this is the 15th of November 2015, you said, the making of Jamaican killers starts in the households where extreme disciplinary measures meted out by parents, particularly mothers, to their young boys, are the root causes for disturbing behavior later on in the child's life. The violence against children immense, regularized, more accepted, and when something becomes more accepted, it's done more often.
Yes.
So maybe there's a program that needs to target the mothers in particular?
But before we get to the program, the society needs to ensure that the 5% of Jamaican homes that are too vulnerable to exist, those 5% of people need more than path. They need community, right? Well, first of all, you have to have community.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
They need
Village.
people around. They need the church to become active. They need the church to take the book of Isaiah and treat it like it's important. That says the fast I want you to fast is to take care of your neighbor. Not have fancy cars and everybody clapping and being happy.
Right.
Why are you happy in the church when your neighbor is not happy?
Boy, Dr. Gay, we could talk to you in the morning because I wanted to say to you, a child that started killing at 9,
What?
33 murders later. Is there hope? There are some who are watching that are saying, lad, him can't change. Him done gone bad, he love killing. Is there hope for children like that? Mothers who are watching, who know that their sons are at this point, what's the positive word that we can leave with them?
The positive word is that a lot of the people you walk around every day and greet and treat as the achieved in society, some of them have actually killed.
But Dr. Gill, that's
That
not
tells-
positive.
You can move, you
It
can
is
move beyond.
positive because
meaning
you
that
don't
used
know.
to
There's
before.
hope.
You really don't know.
Okay.
You really don't know the people.
Yeah, I get you. I get
In
what
other
you're
words,
saying. I get what
in
you're
other
saying.
words, you are actually living a redemption without knowing it. A lot of the people around you
Have been
who have
redeemed.
achieved
But support,
immensely
because of support.
have turned their lives around. All right? There are very few people who are irredeemable.
Wow.
They're either sociopaths or psychopaths who've gone too far where without medicine they can't be
There's
helped.
no help.
But the bulk of people,
Can be.
97% of persons who have gone out on the deep dark end can find back the light. And I don't mean the light that they say before they find God. I mean the light that we contribute as human beings.
Okay.
We are the issues that are we are the ones not handing out, not giving enough to each other.
Okay.
Is that warrior gene, man, with slave pass? We have to
Wow.
fight all the way, so it's enough.
Thank
we
you.
have to work on it. Thank you.
Dr. Gill, I think, I know every time I talk to you, I think we need to talk more and more and more and do more, but we will definitely follow this up. Thank you, anthropologist at UWI Mona, Dr. Herbert Gill.